Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Many Realms. If you're looking for Magic the Gathering and Magic the Gathering related supplies, be sure to check out ManyRealms.com. I'll post a link to their website in the video description, so be sure to go check them out. What is up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And today I thought it'd be kind of fun to open up some Commander Masters. So we're going to do a little box break today. No battle today. We're just going to chill with a nice, easy, super fun, hopefully some good stuff in your Commander Masters set booster box break. Commander Masters, man, this set is actually aged pretty well. A lot of really good stuff. Obviously, just, you know, we look for things, you know, these boxes are not cheap. So first and foremost, to my patrons who are participating today, thanks for coming along on this ride with me today. But, you know, one of the things I try to look for in like opening experiences, like obviously just playables, we look for, you know, value and of course, and you know, one of the things I really enjoy about Commander Masters is like there's some really good commons and uncommons. You've got Ashnod's Altars, you've got Soul Rings, gosh, what is it? Just a lot of really good commons, strong commons and uncommons. I think Kodama's Reach is in here. And then, of course, like, how are the mythics and how are the rares? And, of course, this set is bringing a lot of heat from the mythics, but probably even arguably more so from the rares between Cyclonic Rift and Deflecting Swat and Fierce Guardianship. Smothering Tide, some other really good stuff in there. So, hopefully we see some of that stuff today. Let's see here. We got 6 packs per person. So we got 6 for Future, 6 for JA, 6 for Down Home, and last but not least, 6 for Almighty Taquito. All right. Again, no battle. We're just good old fashioned box break. So we'll just go 3 and 3. 3 packs and then 3 packs. Good luck, everybody. I do enjoy with these set boxes that Commander Masters is just chock full of like 2, 3, sometimes 4 rare pack slash mythic packs. So start off with a little borderless foil Kodama's Reach. First, right off the rip, how about we get a nice little Cyclonic Rift in there? Yes, please. Followed by an Ogre Slumlord, a Miri Weatherlight Duelist, and we'll just check to see if we have like any Ashnod's Altars or any fun stuff in there. Of course, they got borderless uncommons. I think the Soul Ring in this is like $8 to $10 still. Yep, there's some good stuff in this set. Start off with the Psych Rift. We don't hate that. Not in the slightest. Solid start there, Future. Do your second pack here. What else do we want to see? What do we got? Stone, Great Henge. I almost said Stonehenge. Great Henge at Mythic. Oh, there's one I'm missing. Jewel Lotus. There's something else I'm missing. Hopefully we see it, and that's how I remember. We have a foil rare. Of course it is Talrand, the Sky Summoner, to laugh at us. Righteous Confluence. Idol of Oblivion. Heartless Hidetsugu. And how about a Borderless Spectator Scene? I will say that sometimes these happenings get this like fading there. You can actually see it's a little bit faded. I don't know why that happens, and it's not consistent within the packs, but I have noticed it in other boxes as well. So it's not isolated. They're not damaged, but they do have some fading. Anyway, a little Borderless Reliquary Tower, and then Nadir's Nightblade, and then a beautiful foil Forest by Elena Danner. All right. Sure. Let's just do the third pack. Right? Yep. 1, 2, and 3. But you can see like the rarity is more to only like it's more rare to only have like a single rare pack. Most of them have like a lot of them, I should say. I don't say most, but a lot of them have like 2, 3, sometimes 4+ rares. All right. Corpse Augur, sure. We should get more than one foil rare in these boxes, probably like 2 or 3, if I recall correctly. Song of the Dryads, that's not bad. Followed by Rafik of the Many. Double rare. Yeah, a little command tower back there. Yes, please. All right. Not a bad opening volley, especially with that Cyclonic Rift in there. All right, JA, let's go to you for 3. Keep the party going. I mentioned, what, Fierce Guardianship, Smothering Tide, Deflecting Swat, Can't remember what else is in here. It's been a while. Like, that's one reason I wanted to open this. Felt like a good time to return to it. Sword of the Animist. Yes, please. That is a good card. Star of Extinction. Sure. This was downgraded, but this used to be Mythic, right? Queen Marchesa. Squee! Slice and dice. Just a bunch of thriving stuff. Commander Sphere in the borderless. Oh. Gold stamped. People care about that. Some people do. I don't really showcase them, and then every once in a while I get a comment like, please show the art cards. I'm like, all right, I don't know. I'll do my best. All right, next pack. In these set boxes, there tends to be a pretty good amount of mythics. I think in the range of like 7. All right, little foil borderless Slimefoot, the Stowaway. Avatar of Slaughter. Hey, Sapphire Medallion. Yep, the whole medallion cycle in here. Don't dislike that. Mangara, the Diplomat. That used to be, what is that, Myth? That used to be a Mythic. Thran Dynamo. Fell War Stone. Pretty good playables. And a little borderless Kemba back there. It's art for the Arcane Signet. All right. Next pack. Foil uncommon, because she was downgraded, uncommon Judith, which is still a pretty good card as well in its own right. Nesting Dragon. Heavenly Blade Master. And Freyalise Llanowar's Fury. And then we'll do it there. Oh yeah, there's the Arcane Signet. Sweet. A little borderless Arcane Signet. Yes, please. Another gold stamped art card. All right. Yeah. Not as spicy, but as you can see, plenty of rares in there. Where are those mythics I was talking about? I would like to see some of those. I think Avacyn's in here. Oh, there's the list because it's set. That's right. I was like, why is there a rare on top? Where's the opening card? I forgot that it's because it's set boxes. We have things off of the list. Sure. So sure. Little bonus mythic here. Felden of the Third Path. Okay. A little set mythic. Foil common for down home is Custody. Oh, Blood Chief Ascension. There we go. I think these are back over $20 as a rare. Like, I think these are like 22 bucks again. So that's real good. Obnixilis of the Black Oath. Serac, Lasheel, yeah, Vandal Blast it, uncommon, also quite good. Borderless Kodama's Reach. Pretty good pack one. We have another list card. Throw me off. Orc Sure Shot. Foil common is Dragon Fodder. Rare Stone Hoof Chieftain. Flawless Maneuver. I think Flawless is back up to like 15 bucks as well. This is all the free spells. Green one aside. Maybe not so much on the green one. But like Rollick's like 18. Yeah, Rankle, Master of Prankles. Tabarax. Goreclaw. Nice. Assault Suit. Lightning Greaves. There we go. There's like a $5 uncommon. Return to Dust. Elvish Mystic. And a little art card action. Next pack. Where are the mythics? I just realized we're on like pack 9. Okay. I mean, technically Felden is, I guess, a mythic, but I'm not counting that. That's off the list. There we go. Hey, the Immortal Sun. Cool. I don't hate that one. Finally a mythic, and it's not a bad one. The Immortal Sun still does a lot of work. Players can activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card. Spells you cast cost 1 less, and creatures you control get +1/+1. A lot of value there. Next up, Ghoulcaller Gisa. Hamza Subara, Palace Jailer. Little Faf. I do really like the Richard Kane Ferguson version of this, and it looks beautiful in foil as well. Okay, finally on the board with a mythic as well. We will take that. I mean, again, not counting the Felden. Not counting that. Sure, there we go. More of that, please. We have seen a couple of those good rares you like to see. All right, Almighty. Almighty Taquito. Little foil Path to Exile. Still a good playable uncommon. There we go. Another one. So what did we hit? We've hit just the white and the black one, right? So no deflecting swat, no fierce guardianship, and we don't care about the green one. But Rollick, I think, is like 18 bucks. Free spells turns out those are pretty good. People like those. Rakamara, Soul Ring, very nice. Dread Return. Okay. Opportunity. Target player draws 4 cards. 6 mana instant. Sure. Roll appearance from the list. I guess we could put the path in here. Foil Yargle. Curtain's Call. There's a mythic. It's not a good one. I don't think it's the least valuable. I think that's Loyal Retainers, but it is the next least valuable, unfortunately. But Omnath, kind of a classic commander. Zatalpa. Oh man, I haven't seen a Zatalpa in forever. I mean, it is quite an elder dinosaur. It's 8 for a 4/8 flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. So many keywords. Rorix. Ulamog's Crusher. Elvish Mystic. Okay, and third pack here. We are at 2 mythics so far, albeit not the world beaters you would hope to see. A lot of ball game left, though. All right, Living Lightning. Rare is Fairy Artisans. There's another mythic. Oh, Purphoros. Purphoros is a good one. That's a strong mythic. This thing has really climbed back up as well. Yep, all right. I don't hate that. Oh, there we go. Good thing, because I think that was it. But again, you can see from these packs, there's a lot. Oh, Borderless Vandal Blast, cool. It's a lot like less one rare slash mana value, rare slash mythic packs. Usually there's like 2 or 3. These boxes are not inexpensive, but they also did not, like, they didn't pull punches either. I will say that. All right, so here we go. We're going to move into the second half of the box, effectively. I think we've seen 3 mythics now. I'm expecting to see at least double that total. And there is a bunch of good stuff at the rare level, although we've hit some pretty good rares between Psych Rift and Rollick and Flawless Maneuver, Sword of the Animist. So we've seen some decent rares. I think there's still plenty of action left, though. All right, Future, back to you. Entourage. Rare is Pure Steel Paladin. Pure Steel Paladin is still a pretty good card. Maybe not the most valuable anymore because that deck has kind of fallen out of Modern, but Teysa. And that will do it there. Ripley Vance. Ooh, Borderless Frantic Search. Okay. Pure Steel Paladin's not bad. Next pack. Ghostly Flicker. That's a good one. Rare, Tempt with Vengeance. Followed by a Zakama. Yeah. Prior to the reprint, Zakama was like a $30. It was like $30, something like that. It was reprinted a couple of times since then, so it's lost a lot of its luster, but still a really good dinosaur commander. Kemba, Bernalin, Faithless Looting. We like Faithless Lootings. Borderless Path to Exile. And that will do it there. All right. Next pack. Foil common is Crash of Rhino Beetles. Hey, another Crowdland. So we saw the Borderless Spectator seating. This is a Vault of Champions. Crowdland's pretty good way to go. Solid value as well. I don't hate that. Followed by a Boom Pile. And a Nahiri. A lot of Planeswalkers in this box. And that's going to do it there. All right. All That Glitters as a Borderless. Some sliver action back there. All right. JA to you for 3. I would like to turn up the heat on the mythics and see some of those other top tier rares we have discussed. Yes, please, and thank you. Foil rare. Fairy Artisans. I was like, man, as I saw the 2-2, I was like, oh, that's another Talrand. We're going to have words. All right. Foil Fairy Artisans. Obscuring Haze. There's the green one we didn't really care about as much. Okay. Arachnogenesis. I like Arachnogenesis. This card was like a card that prior to the reprint in Commander Masters was desperately needed. Some of y'all might remember this more than I would. I think this card was like $30+ prior. It might even hit or approached 40 prior to the reprint. It is this very solid card, but it just desperately needed a reprint. And I appreciate about this set. They reprinted a lot of stuff that just really, really needed good reprints. Solid card. All right, Giselle. And that will do it there. Gonti, Pathraiser. Borderless Faithless Looting. Okay. Next pack. Another appearance from the list. What do we got going on here? I almost forget the list exists in this set specifically. It is a mythic. It is Praetor's Council 8. Return all cards from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Praetor's Council. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Okay. Interesting. Foil uncommon is Reality Shift. Pretty good card. Rare, Decree of Pain. Followed by a Savine's Reclamation. Followed by a Lorthos Tidemaker. And that will do there. Thrix, Rishkar. Commander Sphere. Excuse me. And our art card. Alright. We're going to need a little bit more heat. Come on, box. Here we go. Whisper. There's a mythic. Capture of Yingzhu. I probably pronounced that incorrectly, and so I apologize. But taking extra turns, we like that. That's at least a solid mythic. I don't hate that. I don't hate that even a little bit. Followed by a Daretti. More Planeswalker action. Followed by, it is a borderless Oren Frostfang, which is a card I enjoy. This one kind of has that fading going on, unfortunately, but still, really good card. Kind of starting to climb its way back up. This is another card that desperately needed a reprint. It was really, really expensive prior to this, and is a good card. Another Arcane Signet. Kodama's Reach, Nightblade, and that will do it there. All right, let me sleeve up. And get a bunch of this stuff afterwards. I do like that borderless Frostfang, though. I don't mind that. All right, down home. I think that brings us to at least 4 mythics, which is still light, but at least is not horrific. Here we go. Dwarven Hammer. Rare is Day's Undoing. That used to be a mythic. Followed by another Talrand. Okay. Yeah, all right, Tatiova, Eudora, Acidic Slime, Portal Mage. Another Borderless Faithless Looting. Experiment Crash, the art card. All right, next pack. Another mythic off the list. This one's Soul of Chandalar. I mean, at least if you want to count the list, we've gotten 3 extra mythics from this box, and therefore we would be at like 7 or something like that. I'm not sure if any of these are carrying any substantial value, but they are adding some mythics, which I will not thumb my nose at. Heart Piercer Bow. Rare is Heroic Intervention. There's a good rare. Don't mind seeing Heroic Intervention. Followed by Wake the Dead. And a Yannette Cryptic Sovereign. Bastion of Remembrance and Counterspell. Generous Gift. Foil. Mountain. And that will do it there. Alright. Last pack for down home. Ravaging Blaze. Another Spectator Seeing. We don't mind Crowdlands. I don't mind those in the slightest. Alright. Demon Lord Belzenok. That will do it there. Anax, Beanstalk Giant. Borderless Frantic Search. There's our art card. All right. All right. I mean, I don't mind the Crowdland and the Heroic Intervention. It's not top tier, but I'm not going to thumb my nose at those either. All right, there are 3 packs left in this box, and I'm going to say, I think the thing that we're all kind of thinking at this point, this box has not knocked my socks off. We started so good with the Cyclonic Rift and getting a Borderless Crowdland early, and it just hasn't really panned out. Like, we haven't hit a lot of the top tier stuff that I know is in here. We've had a good array of, like, especially in the rares, and aside from Omnath, I think most of the mythics have at least been like tier 2, but the box hasn't been what I hoped it would be. I'll say it that way. So let's see if we can bring this thing to life with our last 3 packs. Good luck, Taquito. Come on. Foil rare. Chromatic Lantern. All right, that's not bad. I mean, it's a playable. It's not a huge value, but Chromatic Lanterns still have a place. Regal Behemoth. Minds Aglow. Chainer Dementia Master. And that's going to do it there. Akiri. Exsanguinate. Hey, Borderless Exsanguinate. Cool. Literally don't even know what's on the list from this set. I don't know what some of the better pulls are. I totally forgot the list existed, but it is a set box. All right, so we have a list uncommon from Theros. Bonder's Ornament as a foil common. Mirror's a mythic. Hey, there's a good one. Sheesh. All right, Finale of Devastation. Still doing a lot of work. That card is super good. Very good game finisher for Commander. Not a card you mind seeing in the slightest. Nice hit. Followed by a Personal Tutor. All right, this was another card that desperately needed a reprint, and I'm thankful for Commander Masters for doing so. They were getting up there. It's a good card. So there we go. Personal Tutors. We don't mind those. Little Fiery Confluence action. Braids. And, oh, cool, a Borderless Sakama. Oh, all right, that's neat. The artwork does nothing for me, I'm going to be honest. I've made so many jokes about this artwork in the past, I'll just skip it. But the artwork does nothing for me, but it is a Borderless Sakama, a card I do not mind seeing. Valduk. Little Path of Ancestry. I can say words. There's our art card. Let me sleeve up the finale real quick. All right, last pack of the box. Any other juice left? Foil Counterspell. Foil Borderless Counterspell. I don't hate that. Rare. There we go. Sheesh. All right. Fierce Guardianship. Finally hit one of those more top tier rares. Still 45 plus, I think. That's not a bad card. Wayward Swordtooth. Another card that desperately needed a reprint before Commander Masters. Grenzo. And that will do it there. Another Borderless Counterspell back there. All right. So let's talk about this. You're first to say this box was not anywhere close to top tier. Like, we've opened a bunch of this in the past, especially when they were like in the 200s or something. They'd fallen into the 200s, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna pounce on that. We're gonna have a bunch of this. The box was not like a stinker, but we've definitely seen we've seen more broken boxes, right? Oh, Demonic Tutor. That's the other one. I was like, man, there's Demonic Tutor, Borderless Demonic Tutor. I was like, that's like $50-something again. That's at rare. But I enjoy the set. Like, I enjoy Commander Masters a lot. This was not a top tier box, but I thankfully recovered a little bit at the end with the finale and the Fierce Guardianship. Obviously, that went to one person, and I'd love to see more. You know, you always want, as somebody who's opening the packs for other people, like, I want to see everyone get a little bit of something in there. But I was just happy that by the end of the box at least made a little bit of a comeback between the Guardianship and the finale and a couple other things in there. So it's not the strongest box of Commander Masters we've ever seen, but it is a really fun product to open. It gives you a ton of playables. And, you know, even if we didn't hit all the top tier stuff, at least we delivered on a little bit at the end of it. So that's going to do it for me today, though. I hope you guys at least enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody, and be well.